afternoon, my name is Anne-Marie, and just for the professor, Kathy is holding the cell phone. I didn't have enough hands or props, so that makes my 5. Today I'd like to speak to you about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this topic, but it's quite interesting. So to begin with, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch isn't a flotating island of trash. It is actually an area of plastic that kind of acts like a whirlpool and tornado where it drags the trash into the middle, kind of like a suction. It's formed by rotating currents and was first discovered by Captain Charles Moore in 1997. So known to date, there are 5 garbage patches. You can only see the 2 here, but there's 5 across all different oceans. And when Charles Moore discovered the patch, it was between Hawaii and California. And he described it as skimming his way through a plastic soup. Just because you can see here all the debris and the boat trying to go through the middle. So as mentioned earlier, it's an accumulation zone containing plastic associated with the marine and terrestrial environments. And this is what we're talking about right here. This is the garbage patch. This is a western garbage patch, but this is the Pacific garbage patch right here. So according to Charles Moore's website, it's not only plastic in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. There are fishing nets, bottles and bottle caps, toothbrushes, containers, and plastic pellets. Basically anything you find in a landfill can be found in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Most of the garbage is 94% of the total waste is made up of microplastics. Microplastic is less than 5 millimeters in length, and it is pieces of plastic which are being degraded by the sun, wind, and currents. Due to the different degraded plastics, you get different densities, and as you can see, some will float and some will sink, meaning that it's nearly impossible to clean it up. So the garbage patches are created within ocean gyres. An ocean gyre is a wind-driven circular current forced by the Earth's rotation. So as you can see, these are our 5 garbage patches, and this is the one we're talking about right here. And according to the National Geographic Society, gyres have a strong western boundary current and a weakened eastern boundary current, which creates a somewhat stationary calm water in the middle of them. So that's that tornado effect. It's sucking everything into the middle with the calmness, but then it doesn't escape. That's how you create the patch. How big is the garbage patch? It's twice the size of Texas and growing. They're saying it's 3 times the size of France, and it covers approximately 1.6 million square kilometers of the sea surface area. And just a little geography here. The patch orbits around 32 degrees north and 145 degrees west. As the Earth's rotating, that's pretty much where it will constantly be because of the currents and the Earth's rotation. And according to the ocean cleanup, seasonal shift from west to east and substantial variations in latitude, north to south, depend on the year, with a mass of plastic at approximately 80,000 tons is the equivalent of 5 jumbo jet planes. So it's pretty substantial. Plastics. We use plastics every day, even though you may not believe it. These are rated from 1 to 7. Some are recyclable and some are not. All of the plastics, however, creates a health and safety risk for marine life and us humans. So one of the consequences is marine life. The fish and the turtles are dying because they're becoming entrapped in the fishing nets. We have the birds eating the plastic, the bottle tops, thinking it is the food glistening in the water like fish. And when they eat that, we're contaminating our own food chain by accumulation in the sea. So the fish eat the plastic, we eat the fish, we get contaminated. Yes, Jane? Oh. hundreds of inedible fish that have been caught, because fishermen spend all that money to catch the fish and we can't eat them. And so the main thing I really wanted to speak to you is prevention. A lot of this, like I said, can't be cleaned up, however it can be prevented. I'm seeing plastic water bottles on the table right now. So one way is to try and stop or reduce plastic being used in your day-to-day, because the chemicals are reacting not only with ourselves but with global warming. Donating to marine projects and cleanup, trying to wash your plastic before recycling, and participating in beach cleanups and really being mindful of day-to-day activities. And save the oceans, save the world. These are some of the references that you can feel free to go look at where I found my information. Anyone have any questions? Thank you.